What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Right now we're moving down, having a little bit of a red day. Without any further ado, we're just going to get into this TA today. I was looking at something, and I'm going to entertain the idea. I don't like to throw this word around. I might have said it like 2 or 3 times in like this channel's history, but I'm going to say it again. Because it might be possible here. You know, I mean, we'll know whenever we have this low here, but I've been drawing this line, and I'm sure a lot of you have, right? This kind of trend line here like this. But what if from bottom to bottom this is the trend line, and we didn't hit the trend line here, and that's a very bullish thing actually to continue like this. You know, you get a bullish reaction, and then we have a new kind of trend line from low here to low here. And then what if we do the same thing here, but we don't actually hit the trend line again, and we turn up from there, and then we form another kind of trend line that's just like slowly angling upwards? Does anybody know what that's called? What kind of formation that is? That's a parabolic formation. It's a parabolic move is what that would be. We could be in the beginnings of a parabolic move. Now this parabolic move doesn't like have to last the whole cycle. It doesn't even have to last like half a year, right? But it could last a little bit. And with parabolic moves, you tend to get very like explosive moves to the upside. It starts off slow and then just builds and builds and builds and that's why it's parabolic, right? It just keeps on going. So let's watch for that. Let's see if we can hold. This would be the trend line to watch actually from this low to this low. If we can hold this trend line and actually not touch it, maybe bounce around this 123 purple line, we might be in the formation of a very powerful structure, you guys. Very, very powerful indeed. You don't mess with parabolic. And with the parabolic move, man, like my biggest recommendation would be to just not sell. Don't sell until it's like ridiculous. And even then, once it gets ridiculous, wait. Because like parabolic moves, man, they're very, very ridiculous. I've had my fortunes in being a part of a few parabolic moves, and I've had my misfortunes in selling way too early. Way too early. It's really easy to sell too early. So my best advice, if this does in fact look more and more like a parabolic move, just wait. Just be patient. You know, just that's all I got to say. But it might not be. It might not be. You know, maybe we do. Maybe we had it right the first time from this low here to this low. Maybe this is a trend line to go off of. Perhaps we are just more in a channel, right? Something like this. And we're just going to go back and test support on that previous area and then come up and just kind of ping pong until we see prices near this overall high. We've consolidated enough in this zone, and then we just break out, just like in classic fashion. But it's just an idea, the parabolic idea that I wanted to throw out there. Something to watch for. You want to watch for it. What would it wouldn't confirm that we're in a parabolic move. Do not treat it like this, but it would add more legitimacy if we come down toward this line, but we don't touch it, right? Much like we did with this move here, where we came down toward this line, but we didn't touch it, right? If we do something like that, then we really could be. That's how it starts, man. That really is how it starts, from humble beginnings. But overall, enough of that, enough of the theory. Right now, the RSI is very strong, you guys. Very nice to see. You just can't get oversold. Most of the time, as of like September, really, you've liked to be above the 50. Right? Very small amounts of time where you're below the 50 actually, and you can't even get oversold. You can get overbought. You can stay overbought. Right? But I don't know. That's nice to see. Pair that with the fact that in the price we're getting higher highs and higher lows. Good to see. You're above the purple line, but the purple line looks like it's starting to slope downward. Is it? Technically, it's still slanted upwards, but it's in a place where it might slope down. That's not normally a good thing, but whatever. That's not too big of a deal. A lot can change in a very short amount of time. You know, it was starting to slant right here at this low, and then we've been moving up ever since. So who knows? But you know, for example, here whenever we slanted down, it promoted price to go lower. Here you slanted upwards, price went higher a little bit, right? Ultimately, it did go lower, but I don't know. It's just an idea. It's not like it doesn't have to be like super strict. You're starting to curve here. You're still going down. Then you get a little bit up, and then you go down a little bit more. Like you're showing signs when you're like done with this move. I wouldn't think that we're done going up. So but that's just something to mention. It's just something that I'm noticing, that I'm pointing out. That's all. Looking at the weekly here, very strong RSI as well. Just overall bullish kind of channel that it's in. maintaining readings above the 50 for quite some time. Again, going all the way back really till like June. Since this big move up, we've just been above the 50 the whole time. And I do think with the way it's postured, I think that we would much more likely go to the overbought zone before breaking below the 50 at this point. So I do, I think that the best of this move to come is ahead of us for sure. And where are we going to go? Where are we going to go from top to bottom here? Looking at the price, using the fib scale here, the minimum extension would be 400. 1618, the like highest expected move would be at like $507. Maybe we go up a little bit higher. There's plenty of things suggesting that we could go higher, but let's keep it conservative for now. I'd rather call for these prices and be astounded by a bigger move, right? And something like this, something all the way up here could definitely happen. That's not out of, don't just not expect prices to go up here because this is the expected move, right? I mean, maybe don't expect them to go up there, but don't count it out. That's maybe I chose a poor choice of words there. But all in all, guys, nothing new, nothing really too new. This week does have a bearish look to it. It definitely does have a bearish look to it, but we could go a little bit lower and be fine, right? The last time that we had a bearish look like this on a weekly basis was over here, and then we went up. We were relatively near the bottom. Or here, this was a bearish candle, and then boom, went up. So Bitcoin Cash loves to mess with us. Look, right to the reverse effect, bullish looking candle, and then down. Here we had a candle very similar to what we have now, and we did go lower. It's not always a liar, but sometimes it is. Oftentimes Bitcoin Cash likes to mess with us. So we just had a nice little move up. We're going to come down, probably form a higher low, regardless of where we go. I would expect that it would be somewhere around that 230 area, around this purple line. Coinciding with that, we do have, this like previous area of resistance, support, kind of support here. A little bit of support. Maybe we go a little bit higher than 230, or this is at 228, so yeah, maybe like right at 230 itself. If we take this fib into consideration here from bottom to top, you're hugging your 382 right now, but your 618's all the way down there at 228, man. So yeah, maybe you do go down there. Bitcoin Cash does love its 618. It also loves to bounce sometimes actually just above the 618. So look for that as well. It also loves its 6.9, so any and all of those could happen. But there's something else I want to see real quick, real quick. From bottom to top here, we went to the 6.9 directly. From bottom to top here, we went just above the 0.5. Bottom to top here, the 382 maybe. Maybe we don't even go to the 382. Maybe that's not the right fib to use. I don't know. I feel like it would be. From this look, I would very much expect that we actually go to about 223, if not a little lower, maybe around 220. That's possible. That's totally possible, but that would throw out that parabolic look, I think. That would throw that out of the idea house. Let's see. Unless it happened in like the next couple days, yeah, I would throw that out the window. So that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I do think that we're on our way down. We could be on our way up from here, but I don't think so. Looking at the RSI here on the 4-hour, this just looks bearish. It looks like it wants to go into the oversold zone. Very strong for a while, but we're cooling off a little bit. It would make sense to go to the oversold zone, if not into it. So that would spell lower price action to come. And this purple line, again, is on the 4-hour, it's around 230. On the daily, it's around 230. We've got significant fib levels at that area and price action around that area. So it would make sense to go there, form a higher low, and then continue to build from there. So that's really all I got for you guys. Again, if you like the video, thumbs ups are appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.